A rally in Miami, Florida, one of numerous gatherings in support of Israel that have been held across the US since Hamas attacked on Saturday.
If they thought violence would achieve their vile goal, they have made a serious miscalculation. We are doubling down on Israel.
The attack has also united the vast majority of America's lawmakers in support of Israel.
Good afternoon.
The president giving voice to their sentiments.
So in this moment, we must be crystal clear. We stand with Israel. We stand with Israel.
The US has backed up words with action. Weapons and ammunition are already being delivered, and the Gerald R. Ford aircraft carrier has been sent to the region. But critics of the Biden administration say he has some culpability for what's happened. They believe the chaotic withdrawal from Afghanistan 2 years ago emboldened the enemies of the US and by extension its closest allies. They're even more angered by Biden's recent decision to unfreeze $6 billion worth of Iranian assets in return for the release of 5 Americans held prisoner in Tehran. They claim the money may have been used by Hamas to finance its attack.
That is an absolute disaster, and I would not be at all surprised if part of that tremendous wealth that they just accumulated went into all of a sudden watching this level of aggression.
It's a narrative doing the rounds on Capitol Hill, but there's no substance to it. The funds are actually in a bank in Qatar, so far untouched.
All the U.S. is doing is to move assets that were in restricted accounts in Seoul to restricted accounts in Doha, with oversight by the U.S. Treasury Department to make sure that these assets are only used for humanitarian trade.
The fact that that particular allegation isn't true hasn't stopped Biden's opponents from continuing to repeat it. And domestic politics is causing some practical difficulties as well.
The delay in confirming a new Speaker of the House meant that an immediate authorization of emergency funding for Israel wasn't possible, even though both Democrats and Republicans were in favor. Meanwhile, not everyone in the US supports the Israeli cause. There have been rallies in support of the liberation of Palestine as well. And as the civilian death toll in Gaza continues to rise, it's possible that the so far overwhelming backing for Israel may begin to erode. John Brain, TRT World, Washington.